Whispers of shattered sects and scorched valleys still cling to the wind as the dust settles over the battlefield of Immortal Peak. Ling Yun, bloodied yet unbowed, surveys the devastation wrought by the collision of alchemical might and divine fury. The fragments of the celestial seal, scattered like dying stars, pulse faintly with lingering energy, hinting at secrets yet unclaimed. As rival clans stir, their eyes drawn to this wounded epicenter, a shadow moves unseen beneath the shattered moonlight. Recap. Alchemy Emperor of the Divine Dao, Chapter 1479, Chapter 480 begins here, where choices carved in fire may decide the fate of all who dare tread the path of immortality. In the shadowed corridors of the Academy, where the air itself trembled with the weight of martial arts legacy, Ling Han's hand had restrained the full fury of the formations at the last instant. Had he not, Jialiang would have been obliterated into nothingness. 10 deadly formations, when fused, did not merely multiply their power tenfold, they surged 100-fold, an invisible tempest poised to shatter mountains and bones alike. Jialiang groaned in a torrent of agony, every joint and bone in his body screaming in protest. He lay sprawled, utterly defeated, unable even to lift himself. Ling Han approached, each step carrying the silent authority of a master, and squatted by Jialiang's head, the faint echo of his voice cutting through the haze of pain. "Senior brother Jia, you've yet to tell me. Why summon me here? You are seasoned in years, yet your temper flares so quickly. Can we not speak as civilized cultivators?" Blood spattered from Jialiang's lips, his hand trembling as he pointed at Ling Han with an intensity that could have torn the heavens asunder. Rage twisted his features. Once, Ling Han had withheld the honorific senior brother. Now it fell from his lips. Was this respect or mockery? A deliberate slap upon his pride. In the clandestine language of martial etiquette, one leaves room in confrontations for future reconciliations. But Ling Han had left none. Ling Han placed a casual hand upon Jialiang's cheek, whispering, "In the future, let not your words be poisoned with threats. Live virtuously." Rising with the grace of a celestial being, he moved toward the awaiting seminar of the Tranquil Heart Saint. At his heels bounded the enormous black dog, a creature as cunning as it was ferocious. Yet, despite its loyalty, instinct betrayed it. Halting mid-step, it wheeled back, lifting a hind leg, and with primal finality, marked Jialiang's defeat. Such is the nature of beasts steeped in blood and instinct. A leopard may change its cloak, but not its spots. With the deed done, the black dog pursued Ling Han once more, then paused, recognition striking it. This master of martial might was no ordinary human. Why prostrate oneself on all fours? Rising onto its hind legs, it moved with a human-like dignity, a testament to its extraordinary intellect. Jialiang, by now, had vomited 13 successive mouthfuls of blood before collapsing into unconsciousness, utterly pitiful beneath the indifferent gaze of his conqueror. Ling Han, observing the dog's antics, refrained from intervention. None of this fell within his purview. Jialiang had sought this reckoning himself, and humiliation was the inevitable reward of pride unchecked. "Little Black," he said lightly, "truly, you are despicable." Yet the beast only growled in pride, brushing off the comment. The dog, far superior in cunning and strength to the old ginseng and the rabbit, flexed its supremacy with shameless bravado. "Call me Grandpa Black. I wield supreme secrets. Perhaps, little hun, you would serve as my mount? Begone!" Ling Han's kick met empty air, for the dog's intelligence was as fluid as water, dodging with supernatural precision. Together, man and beast departed openly, unafraid of witnesses. The Academy trembled in the aftermath. Whispers erupted into cries of disbelief. My heavens, senior brother Jia? Defeated? A grievous loss. Impossible. He is in the late stage of the medium extreme of the eternal river tier, carrying the yin-yang 5-element formation within him. Even the most seasoned elders faltered in their assumptions. Ling Han's ascendancy now cast a shadow over the medium extreme. Even those in the high extreme might struggle to subdue him. News spread like wildfire, carried on frantic wings across the Academy, heralding the rise of a new force. Soon, Ling Han and the black dog reached the public square, its stage rising 9 meters above the earth. The area brimmed with anticipation, yet the Tranquil Heart Saint had not arrived. Relief washed over Ling Han. The seminar had not yet begun. The black dog's antics continued unabated. "Little Black, do you always cause this much mischief?" Ling Han asked, dodging a sudden snap of the beast's teeth. I am Grandpa Black, beloved by all, it boasted shamelessly, though the very notion might have drawn a strike from any less patient cultivator. Ling Han only chuckled, humor threading his calm demeanor. Around them, the crowd stirred with whispers of awe and disbelief. Ling Han's triumph over Jia Liang, the brutal power of a single blow, had unsettled every expectation. The murmurs grew into chaos as every elite present debated the impossible. A heavenly body tier defeating the late-stage medium extreme of the eternal river tier? Impossible. Even a Saint Tool could not grant such strength. Doubt clashed with wonder, yet every witness, even those who saw with their own eyes, could scarcely accept the truth. Then a voice rang out. Ling Han is here. Fingers pointed. The crowd's eyes converged upon him. His presence alone confirmed the rumors. Jia Liang's failed strike, the whispered tales of a single strike shattering an elite's defenses, all were true. A figure named Shu soared above him, galaxies spinning behind, radiating the aura of a medium extreme of the eternal river tier, a living testament to the strength Ling Han now commanded. Among the elite, this was no trivial challenge. These warriors, accustomed to supreme knowledge and power, would rarely attend such a seminar. Yet Ling Han stood unshaken, a beacon amid the storm. Without hesitation, one of the gathering elites surged forward. A finger became a golden spear, swinging down with a suppressive force meant to pierce heaven and earth alike. Ling Han's irritation flared. With no hesitation, he met the assault head-on, his fist colliding with the incoming spear. Pang! The clash erupted in a torrent of martial might. 10 killing formations surged, an unending tide of murderous intent that threatened to cleave the very sky. The elite before him, once proud and formidable, was hurled backward, blood erupting from his mouth like crimson fire. The aura of the eternal river tier carried with it weight beyond mountains, yet here it fell impotent before Ling Han's overwhelming might. The man collapsed, limbs twitching as the crowd erupted in uproar, their astonishment a storm in the Academy square. In that instant, the legend of Ling Han surged upward, unstoppable, a force rewriting the balance of martial might within the hallowed halls of cultivation. In the Academy's central square, whispers swirled like the wind through bamboo groves. Ling Han could not possibly have bested Jia Liang, they murmured, dismissing the rumors as fanciful tales. Yet the air itself trembled now with undeniable proof. Before the eyes of all, Ling Han had struck down another disciple, equal in strength to Jia Liang, with a singular, decisive strike. There had been no tricks, no cunning ruse, only the raw, unyielding force of his cultivation. Shock etched every face, and hearts thudded in awe. A sudden vibration resonated through the heavens and earth, a wang that seemed to pierce the very essence of the Dao. From the skies, a golden lotus descended, petals radiant with celestial light, bathing the gathering in an indescribable serenity. The presence of a saint had arrived. Atop the glowing lotus, the tranquil heart saint appeared, his emergence as if woven by destiny itself. His gaze swept across the assembly, piercing yet serene, until it paused upon Ling Han. Astonishment flickered in the depths of his eyes, a rare, unmasked reaction from one whose calm could steady the skies and halt the collapse of heavens. Even among saints, such astonishment was a whisper of the extraordinary. Ling Han, a heavenly body tier cultivator, had struck down an elite of the eternal river tier, a formidable adversary at the medium extreme. Never had such a feat been witnessed, and even a saint's awe was justified. The tranquil heart saint's attention shifted, and his voice, gentle yet imbued with cosmic authority, flowed through the disciples. We shall explore the basic transformations of formations today. Dao begets one begets two begets three, and three begets all matter. His teachings unfolded the mysteries of formation with clarity and precision, turning profound truths into wisdom tangible even for mortal minds. The disciples nodded, absorbing the revelations, aware now of gaps in their comprehension. Ling Han, too, absorbed, weaving the saint's insights into the tapestry of his own cultivation, preparing for the unfathomable depths of saint-level formations. His reincarnation tree granted him centuries of comprehension, 400 times the ordinary span to master these truths. For half a month, the saint's teachings flowed, until, like a sudden shift in the wind, he called forth Ling Han. Come to the Tranquil Heart Pavilion. This pavilion, a sanctum within the 8th campus, was a holy enclave, typically reserved for only the 4 great disciples or extraordinary visitors of note. Yet here, Ling Han, a newcomer in the grand calculus of the academy, was summoned. He bowed slightly, understanding the weight of the invitation, and departed along the path to the pavilion. No obstacle dared oppose him. Even the mightiest Eternal River tier cultivators had failed to block his way. And then, a commotion erupted. A large black dog appeared, drawing the fury and astonishment of countless disciples. "It's that large black dog! Strike it down!" The crowd surged forward, a tide of wrath incarnate, yet Ling Han's sympathy stirred only as a passing thought. His path lay elsewhere. Upon reaching the pavilion, Ling Han found a young guardian awaiting him. Though appearing youthful, the aura of age and death clung to the boy, wrinkles threading his brow, and a lifespan of countless millions evident in his gaze. A small saint's companion, seasoned beyond appearances. Ling Han stepped within the courtyard, and his eyes widened at the transformation within. A vast sea stretched before him, waves of azure lotuses rising tens of thousands of meters, petals brushing against the heavens. What from the outside seemed a mere pond now revealed the hand of a saint, turning simplicity into grand spectacle. At a distance, seated atop a lotus amidst the azure expanse, the tranquil heart saint fished calmly, hundreds of thousands of kilometers away, yet clearly visible as though the very air bent to his perception. Ling Han activated the star-plucking step, surging forward, yet the distance only widened. A realization dawned. This was a formation. The azure sea, each lotus and petal, was a puzzle of profound intricacy. Ling Han studied, unraveling threads of energy and spatial distortion, each movement a dance of perception and Dao insight. The saint's smile was faint, approving. To perceive the formation so swiftly was no simple feat, placing Ling Han among the top 10 of his disciples. Yet insight was but the first step. True mastery required solving the intricate web entirely. Other disciples had labored. Yu Susu 6 days, Ren Feiyun 9.5, Kai Miao 10.5. Ling Han, already inscribed with 10 formations within his own body, now faced a new test. A challenge to refine both talent and understanding. He studied, 3 days passing, the formation's complexity gnawing at his confidence. 20 days seemed a distant goal, perhaps beyond reach, yet he sensed the saint's intent, the subtle test woven through every petal and wave. And so, with resolve tightening within his chest, Ling Han chose the simplest method, one of raw, unyielding force. A battle of will against the saint's design, the first step into a trial that would measure both intellect and the unbridled power of his cultivation. The azure sea swirled, petals whispering secrets of the Dao, and Ling Han readied himself to pierce through, strike by strike, until the formation yielded to his mastery. The stage was set, the challenge laid bare, and the echo of the tranquil heart saint's presence lingered like a call to destiny, watching as the young cultivator began his most demanding trial yet.